Welcome to the new MARIK Workshop from WBPL 76. This program is brought to you by Lady Red Productions, the Bear Digs Corporation, and a generous grant from the Night Owl Foundation. Why are you here? Cat, will you stop chilling with me?
Well, howdy there, folks. It's me, Apocalypse Jim, Hell's Ranch Hand, King of the Infernal Frontier. I'd like to welcome y'all to Spoopy Season. That's right, it's October. And we're gonna get plumb spoopy up in here.
Suck, squeeze, bang, and blow.
Ooh, woo.
Why are you here?
The AI has invited me to fuck off with my bullshit.
Penis.
I just hit myself in the balls with an iPhone. Somebody quote that.
Grandma's.
Was that the penis banana mech thing again?
Free Corn Thursday.
So take one of the penises out.
That unholy abomination of Yuletide terror.
Stupid is the way you do things.
I would so download Pete.
No, don't fucking ooh-woo the pee-pee's eye.
The fuck is Free Corn Thursday?
Oh God, I'm scared, guys. Everybody, you got to listen to me. Okay. So there's this spooky bullshit is going on, right?
Guys,
It's Spooktober. I get it. Oh, cool. Okay, fine, great. And there's like weird mannequin monsters and freaky other bullshit that I'm doing on stream. And suddenly there's this weird fucking dude in a cowboy hat, and it's like, whom, whum, whum, whum. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why? Oh my God, you smile. It's creepy. It's weird. We're hitting the full uncanny valley here, like the entire depths of the uncanny valley. I don't understand what is happening. I'm confused. I'm scared. The adrenaline is going. I'm about to poo my pants. And this guy's like, It's spooky season. No, I get it. It's spooky season. Stop. I'm done. Please. Ah! Why are we doing this, Apocalypse Jim? Why are we doing this? Why? Why are you my sleep paralysis demon? I don't want any. Please. Parent, can I please go home now?
What's wrong, Aiden?
No!
Sounds like you don't like Apocalypse Jim.
No, I don't want more Apocalypse Jim.
But Aiden, Apocalypse Jim is your friend.
He's
Your
not my
buddy.
friend. Oh, God, I'm scared now.
Apocalypse
Why?
Jim loves you.
That's terrifying.
Apocalypse Jim thinks your soul is scrumptious.
The last person that told me that just wanted my fate.
That was a weird thing for Red to do.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Gilly Monster just
Also-
popped in and said, first thing I hear when I come in is crying. Oh, Gilly, don't worry. I'll come back to it.
That's because the adrenaline is still crashing through my veins and I don't know what's happening anymore.
Well, Aiden, just like I said, your sweet, darling wife said that you needed this. So I made sure that you got it.
Love, I want you to know you were terrible. You're a horrible person and I love you. Oh, Jesus Christ.
She just dropped in chat. I did say that, and I was right.
I'm actually crying for real now, but it's more because I'm laughing.
Oh, Lord. Hi, everybody. It's
God.
us. We've got...
It's us.
It's Parallax and Aiden, and Cookie's here, everybody.
Cookie's here, everybody.
Cookie sounds very energetic.
Cookie spent half the day underneath her pillow because angry head, but
That's the same reason Warlax isn't with us tonight.
Yeah.
Kai will be joining us a bit later. Mad Ducks is running around doing things that go quack.
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 Cookie is actually teaching a lesson tonight on how to make earrings. So,
And Squick is still learning how to end the world.
As you do.
Yeah. Well, preparing for it in any event. I don't know that ending the world is the right way to say it, but yeah, 6 to 1. So, right now it's just us, and that's okay.
Hi.
That's okay.
Hello.
Kai's back.
Oh,
everybody.
hey!
Hey, Kai!
Yay.
The
Yes.
manlet returns.
Hey, Kai, you
Indeed.
missed something. Does he need
Yeah?
to see it now?
No, please.
That's a solid start.
send it to him. Direct
Send it to him? Oh,
Yeah,
are you
send it to him.
sure?
I think that way he can be on the same page as the rest of us.
I could
mean,
just play it again. There are like
could
20
just play it
people
again.
here that didn't see it.
Fucking play it again. I'm just gonna have my fingers in my ears and I'm pretending it doesn't happen.
Mad Duck says play it again.
again.
Oh no, I think we're fading out. Well, howdy there, folks. It's me, Apocalypse Jim, Hell's Ranch Hand, King of the Infernal Frontier. I'd like to welcome y'all to Spoopy Season. That's right, it's October, and we're gonna get plumb spoopy up in here.
Suck, squeeze, bang, and blow.
Ooh, woo.
Going back to the song.
We're not going back to the song. That was an accident.
To the song.
So
I
Jim's
was
not
gonna say,
scary. He just
all
looks
I
like
know
he
is we
drank all
go,
the energy drinks.
we go from my sleep paralysis theme into Squick's dulcet tones. Suck, squeeze, bang, and blow. And I'm like, whoa, woo.
Emotional
Right.
whiplash.
I
You
know,
know,
right? I'm going from adrenaline high of sheer pants-shitting terror, spooky time special, to the four-stroke combustion engine. Okay,
That's right.
you know what? Okay, fine, fuck it. I'm ball. We ball.
Oh, I'm getting some questions in chat. Mo wants to know why I gave this thing more life. You think I gave it more life? You think it didn't seize it?
Um,
Suck, squeeze, bang, blow leads to the F2004.
Probably.
all I know is, Will, your beer going off from Apocalypse Gym, you fucking deserve it, you goddamn animal. You know what you did.
Bizmonkey is correct. Fuck it, we ball is pretty much WBPL 76's motto. And
It's
in
true.
fact, it's pretty much the BPL's motto half
It
the
is.
time. So,
It
anyway.
is.
True fact.
Yeah.
And by extension, the ox.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yes. Yeah.
So, let's
There's
go
a
ahead.
dodge button, fuckers.
There's a reason that Van Zandt is go fast, eat ass. Yes.
Yup. Oh, we're almost at a hype train. Jim brings the hype, y'all.
Jesus Christ, why?
Because it's spoopy season, and it's time to give Jim your money and Red your goob.
You know what? You know what, Parallax?
What?
Parallax. You,
Spooky month.
What?
you
It is spooky month.
It is. Oh,
Parallax.
yeah, and Beeple Chan's here too, everybody.
No,
You
that's
know
not.
what-
That's not Beeple Chan. That's spooky month.
Oh,
The
Para,
spooky month
you
guy.
know what the worst
I know.
part about that whole thing is?
The fact that it moves.
No, the fact that I go by Jim at work.
Oh no!
That's okay, Adam. You're not Hell's Ranch Hand. You're not the king of the infernal frontier.
Someone in my very close family is also named Jim, so this is.
There are some who call us Jim.
You know, my wife named Jim last year on the long drive from here back to Kentucky at Christmas. We sat there and we brainstormed terrible names and came up with Apocalypse Jim. It's great. It's great. So if you want to blame somebody for it being named Jim, it's my wife.
Also, I just want to shout out because I saw on the intro video crawl the ducks from Mo, but Mo has also sent me the Gimpling duck, and I'm looking at it and like,
Don't think I
you're
have that one, but
you're a monster, but at the same time, that's delightful. Why would you do this to me?
okay. Very quickly, we're going to go ahead and get started on things that people have sent us. So this may look like a charger and a mauler.
Yes.
But in fact, Gilly Monster has modified these to be a custom charger and mauler. In fact, if you look at that charger, it actually has guns on it that are bigger than, a straw.
So
Is that the Capellan one?
I was actually going to comment because give me a second. Give me one moment because I've got the box, the Heroes box on my table.
Okay. Hey, everybody. He needs a minute. So, Gilly, you didn't tell me what the loadout is on this. So, let's see if I could.
Okay, I'm back. I'm looking at the Legendary Mech Warriors 2 box, which has a charger that is not just 5 small lasers, right?
Sure.
And pose is different, but it has missiles instead of the fuck chucker in the right torso. So yeah, no. I have no idea what this build is, and I'm curious. Also, Mauler Stronk, like Mauler, want to hear more.
Mauler Stronk? Are you on drugs?
Fuck you, Mauler Stronk. I will fight you.
At least you didn't say Zeus.
Nobody's
Well, I mean,
that
Zeus
dumb.
isn't meant to be a strong. Zeus is a command mech. Zeus is for the, fucking political appointee that's lurking in the back lines, popping out LRMs every so often, just to make sure that the help doesn't get overrun, you see.
Noted.
So it's an REMF vehicle?
So people are trying to defend the Mauler in chat. Guys, the base Mauler especially is trash.
The base Mauler is okay.
Oh,
in the
I'm
same
sorry.
way-
Are you loving 4 AC2s?
Yes. Look, dude,
That's a terrible mistake.
I play Imperial Guard. It's a whole lot of diddly, and guess what, motherfucker? You're going to be feeling that diddly every step of the way, and by the time you get to me, you're not going to be happy.
But here's the problem. It's a Mauler, so 4 AC2s is as much damage as 1 large laser.
With more range.
Yes, but with 3 more chances to miss. And
but
also
with 3 more chances for that head hit or through armor crit.
Yes, but the head hit ain't going to do much.
It will force the pilot consciousness roll, and believe me, brother, I have seen those turn a match around.
But also, it's an XL engine and paper-thin armor.
I mean,
That's a problem.
You know what?
That's a problem.
You say that, but it's a fire support mech. There should be bigger, scarier things that you're shooting at while it does its magic.
There should be, but there might be a Locust with 2 SRM2s that can sneak up on it. That's all it needs.
I mean, if a Locust with 2 SRM2 sneaks up on it, A, that's a very lucky Locust, and B, really, it's not that thinly armored, man.
It has a back arc. Anyway.
Even with its back arc, its back isn't that bad. I'm looking at it. It's
Wimbertolf.
not that bad.
Wimbertolf.
Oh god, the Wimbertolf.
Okay, Mo subscribed. Thank you, Mo.
Thank you, Mo. Mo,
I still think.
Yes.
Go on.
I was just going
to say. Oh, okay. I think that thing there would look better if it had either ATM or MML 9s instead of the 20s on the arms. I think it'll look better.
It might look better, but I don't think that's the point.
I'm down for the boombox style 20 racks on the arms. I can live with that.
Much 80s, very well.
Bismucky
Hell
says
yeah.
It's the Timu wolf. That's not fair. That's not a Rakshasa.
That's a fair rebuttal.
Mo, I want to make the comment. The Daboku was the flawed prototype. The Mauler is the OG real deal. And yeah, it's not as bad a mech as people say it. Look, if the Charger can prove it's good, even in the 5 small laser category, the Mauler can do the same. Just saying.
The Mad Cat from Wish. Yeah.
Mad Cat from Wish. Yeah, it is.
The Rakshasa is the Wish Timberwolf. That's what Bismucky says.
The Rakshasa is we have Mad Cat at home.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my argument against the Mauler. And
we're going to spend all night doing this.
Really,
you realize that.
we don't have to. This is what I've got. For the money that you will drop on the base or the battle value, or however you want to tally it, if you want to take the base Mauler with its 4 AC2s and its longer range than your typical laser, what's going to stop me from getting an awesome 9M?
All right, let's take a look at that, actually.
That's 3 ERPPCs.
Let's see. Awesome 9M.
The 9M's a fair bit more expensive, isn't it?
Yes, it fucking is. The Mauler 1R that you're denigrating is 400 BV lower, so I'll be a better mech warrior at the helm of this machine, which means hitting more accurately than your ERPPCs at similar range. Let's not negate the fact that ER larges, LRM 15s, I'm pretty sure we can do a pretty fair trade.
Yeah. Evil Stu blinks in 3025. That's fair. Gilly also sent us.
I get you that.
Sent us this knight. Apparently, this is a knight for his son. That's awesome. In a weird way, knights are one of the cheapest way to build an army in 40K. Doesn't make any sense, but here we are.
This is a very pretty colors. Of course, they're my favorite colors, but it's very pretty, and I love the details. So
this is very well done.
blue and gold go well together, and
They do.
yes,
And
the
you can
gold
also
trim-
see that
Mhm.
there's some nice pin washing in the panel lines. It's done a very good job on that.
Oh, it is definitely
Agreed.
that. And I'm looking at the
I'm
main
sorry,
gun.
it is a knight, not a. Okay, I'm sorry. Samurai was responding to someone in chat, not me.
Yeah,
Words.
it's a knight, not a titan. A knight is, I mean, I've heard
Is a
people
baby
call knights
titan.
a titan. It's a pygmy titan.
No, I think that's the armature, isn't it?
It's the munchkin of the titan world. But either way,
I think
I'm
that's the
looking at
armature because the armature is like half a knight.
fair. Either way, I'm looking at the coil halfway on the barrel of the main gun,
Mhm.
and that's a very nice effect with that metallic lavender look to it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if it. I think it's a copper paint, and I think that's the way the light is hitting off of it. But I could be wrong about that. In either way, it's turned out nicely.
It really has.
Let's see. After that, Mo sent us some stuff, and apparently Aiden's already seen a little bit of it.
Yeah, he sent me during the Silent Hill 2 stream the gimpling duck, which was concerning and terrible.
So, from left to right, back to front. That's ducky versions of Crow, Canute, me, Mad Ducks, your lovely wife,
Lady
you,
Red.
my brother, Psyduck, and an incomplete. Where's that? The incomplete red. Oh, I've lost it.
No, red is on the red is middle row left. It's
Okay,
got
then who's
the
front? It was someone that was incomplete. Mo, you're here. Just tell us.
Storm Song maybe.
Yes,
I don't know.
it was Storm Song. You're right.
Because I know that the middle
Pony.
row left has the red hair, the pointy toofers, and the eye scar of Lady Red's persona. So yeah, no, that's
Okay.
definitely
That's
not her
beautiful.
front and center.
Okay.
This is beautiful. I
Storm.
love
Okay.
it. Yeah, beautiful.
Yes, as Admiral Supernova is pointing out, these are the true faces of the people. We're ducks. We're all ducks.
Quack.
There's nothing
Quack.
weird about it.
It's
Oh,
quacking
hey, look,
hell.
Halzakar is here. Hey, Halzakar, remind me to catch you up on the opening later.
Oh my god.
Hey, Para,
Hi.
did you get Wookiee's thing from
Uh,
last week?
I may or may not have. I apologize.
I'll get it to you again.
Okay.
That way you can see. Yeah, I think it's in your recent work stuff in the.
In the other Discord. I'll grab it in a bit.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Okay, and then Mo also sent us some Tau. Look at the Tau. Look at the pretty Tau. Actually, I do want to brag on Mo for the camo pattern on this. Camo is one of those
nice.
things that...
Thank
It
you,
seemed-
Cinnamon. Thank you. Just follow the beat.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And thank you for the hype train.
Indeed.
Yeah, no, the
Also-
camo's not easy to paint. If
It
you want
seems
to
like it should be
actually look
easy.
good.
It seems like it, and it's just not.
Yeah,
It really
it's,
isn't.
It's hard to paint and look good, and this
Right.
Fisher Fury looks good.
It does.
Like I could show off my Imperial Guard, which are questionable at best. I tried. They're okay-ish. And
Like
yeah, no,
I know how to
camo,
do it at mech scale. At mech scale, it's a lot easier because you can get away with a lot more. Because you don't have to do that
Yeah,
much detail, and like it's fine.
Yeah.
But
But that's a really well done thing. Like,
it is.
legitimately, that is very, very nice.
There's a reason with my mechs I'm painting largely more block color schemes and less camo, is because doing it in a way that doesn't look bad is not easy. I'm
Well,
doing
I
a second
have-
Jaguar Guards, which I'm trying to do okay, but I don't know.
I have picked up a couple of pointers on how to bring it together because it can feel like it's really dissonant until you find a way to unify it. And it works. It does work. And the whole thing is, as you work up your colors, you want at least 3 colors in it, 4 if you can work it in. overlap them, try to connect them in places, but, don't make too much of a pattern. The real thing is when you get to the end of it, whatever the lightest color on it is, the lightest color closest to your base coat, add a little bit of a khaki or a sand tone or something like that to that color to brighten that, and then give it a very light dry brushing.
Is the reason for the blocky color scheme because they're the only living Minecraft server in the Inner Sphere? They're Tau, so they're 40K, right?
Yes.
I think Watcher is
Yes.
talking about me talking about painting block colors, and
Ah,
dude, the last Minecraft server is Lost Tech that Comstar keeps very closely guarded.
And Gilly is also right. Panel lining after camouflage helps a lot also. So
That makes sense. Yeah, it makes it pop. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it does.
okay, UNC Samurai has sent us something. So for those of you that are not aware, we are in the midst of the BPL Auxiliary mayoral race, the second one ever.
Yes, second annual, in fact.
And
almost like it happens once a year.
That's right. Samurai wanted to commemorate the original mayor of the Ox. So he has submitted something to us to do just that. He has said this is digital because not all of the pieces exist in the colors that he's using them. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Quack Draw.
Yes. I have seen this. It was shared with me over the last week,
It is
and it
beautiful.
was delightful. I love the fishbowl cockpit on the top. That is really what sells it to me.
And the Lyran Royal Guard.
Yes. The giant flippy flappy feet.
It is amazing. It's dumb as hell, too,
Yeah.
but that's normal for us.
That's part of what makes it so good.
Yep.
Also, quack.
Quack.
Quack. Because
everybody.
Quack.
Because no one of us is as dumb as all of us.
That's right.
Correct.
Indeed.
That is also a BPL model, or a proverb, I should say, in the BPL.
That's true. And it is something that the outgoing mayor says to us all very frequently.
Yep.
And he's right. He's very right.
So I will question.
Okay.
Is that a Beeple motto, or is that something that members of the Ox have brought with them into the Legion?
I don't see what the difference is.
I personally feel it is an Ox thing that the Beeple have integrated with some of the new membership.
I mean, that's entirely possible, but, the Ox is part of the Legion.
This is very true. This is very true. And that's part of why I'm bringing it up is I don't want there to be the sort of us v them thing. This is them adding to the Legion culture.
There you go. That's absolutely right.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. Viewer Wilf has sent an email along with this one. He wanted us to know that he has finally gotten tired of taking photos with a shitty camera phone and actually started taking photos with a DSLR camera. So now we have Night Lord that you can see all the edges of, as opposed to Night Lord from Potato.
Considering it's a Night Lord, that's a lot of edge.
It's very edgy.
I mean, it's
Cut
Night Lord. Of
yourself
course it
on
has
that
it.
edge.
They are, in fact, Night Edgelords.
They
Yes.
are the edgiest Night Edgelords.
Yeah.
If I can add one suggestion here to really kind of help this pop a little bit, where you've got the bandolier on the and I know it's not really a bandolier, but the strapping on the chest and the chainmail on the loincloth, hit that with a little bit of a black wash, and that will add depth to that, and it's nice. It's nice.
So I'm actually going to lean into what Falkenstein's saying. I wonder if it's that the lighting is just slightly too bright to make the details pop like they should, because it does look like it's very much under a bright
It's
light.
a little bit of the white balance being off, but
Yeah.
I think on the skull especially is where that's happening. But
Yeah.
also, I do think a little bit of a black wash specifically on the chainmail and the strapping, I think that would do a lot for it.
I don't know about
Vox
the
Doc Star
strapping.
keeps going to the pants store. Thank you, Vox Doc Star.
Well, yeah, you got to disseminate the ad repellent
Oh God, there's
underoos.
2 Voxes in here at the same time.
Oh my
There's
god!
too many Vox people. There's
What
a
the
forge
fuck
and a
is
star.
going on?
There's a star.
Well,
What
they've
the
got their
Starforge?
twinsies. Everybody's got their twinsies.
Everybody's got
They
their
played
twinsies.
that Star Wars
Indeed.
game. It's the Starforge. Also, I agree on the chainmail for that. Oh, wait, Dasher. Never mind. Going on.
I do love a fire moth. I really do.
Oh, absolutely. Those things are little fucking cocaine-fueled maniacs.
So,
Oh yes.
as you can tell, those of you that are regular viewers, this is, of course, from BizMonkey. And you can tell it's from BizMonkey because there is a caution tape label on the front of the base.
Yep.
Also, he declares nobody loves the fire moth. Quit lying.
I do.
Bullshit.
No,
I
I do.
love the Fire Moth. It's a fun mech.
Yeah. It may not be like great because it's got paper armor and whatnot, but I legitimately really like it.
It's
Always have.
I mean,
Look,
You know what?
I'm not
I
sure.
did-
I'm not sure
I
it
didn't-
needs good armor because it's got ridiculous TMM.
yes.
Indeed.
I did a run with a Roadrunner, which was 1523.
Oh, good
And yeah, paper armor was the thing. That was one of the few times I actually played tabletop, like 2 or 3 times, and that was fun getting to hop all over. So sometimes you don't need armor.
Yeah,
Agreed.
It's true, yeah.
As a person who loves the Locust on tabletop, especially with quirks, yes. But the other thing I'm going to point out with the Fire Moth is if you do what it does canonically in lore and then just slap elementals on it, that
Uh-huh.
is a fantastic school bus that makes slower,
Yeah, it's
heavier
the-
mechs scream.
It's the murder boss. Yeah.
Climb on the magic school bus.
Hey,
It's
guys.
the tragic school bus.
Guys,
Boop,
Biz
boop, boop,
also
boop,
wanted to
boop,
point
boop,
out that
boop.
this is, in fact, the That's a Paddlin' Archer.
Yep. Yep.
That's
I-
paddling.
I got nothing. It
Nice.
is. 10 out of 10, no notes.
As a note, all of my submissions here were done with Warpaint's Fanatic as opposed to Pro Acro, as BizMonkey usually uses. I actually find that the new Warpaint's Fanatics are pretty comparable to Pro Acro. I like the Pro Acro a little bit more, but they're both really good now. Like, it's gotten to a point where there are very few shitty paints that are readily accessible. Or, you know, shitty might not be the right phrase, but less than great paints. Right now, I'm still waiting on my local vendors to get the new Vallejo model colors, which those are trickling out. Vendors that are not Hobby Lobby or already have them, but I guess Hobby Lobby has a huge backstock. And my options locally are either Hobby Lobby Vallejo paint or the Warhammer store Citadel paint. So I tend to order my
Ooh.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair.
I have a question. As far as the difference between the two kinds of paints, Pro Acro and Fanatics, is part of your preference just you're used to the Pro Acro, so you know how it's going to behave?
Honestly, they behave pretty similarly. I think, if anything, the Warpaint's Fanatics are a little bit thicker, which isn't a bad thing. They both have great opacity to them. They both have great vibrant colors. I have no complaints about either of them. I have a lot of the Pro Acro stuff already. I'm already in that ecosystem, kind of. So I'm invested there. I like what they have. But I think even more to the point, for the price, and they're about the same price. They're about $4 and something a bottle. The Pro Acro bottles are bigger.
Okay, makes sense.
So I have
Also, BizMonkey, my only, BizMonkey, Gilly Monster. My only comment to that is my husband paints with apple barrel. There you go.
I still
So,
shudder.
to BizMonkey, I will comment that I'm hearing, I have not verified this, I'm hearing word that Citadel is fucking with the pigment count in their paints and not in a good way. I don't know. I hope they're still useful because I was a Citadel for a long time person, though I'm now sold on the eyedropper bottle, especially since Para here has inspired me to do the wet palette thing,
Yup.
which
Mm.
holy
Web
shit,
palette's
dude.
great.
Holy shit. But I will say, so you're talking Vallejo model color specific Para,
So
or
honestly, I I don't have access to a lot of it. I think the mecha line was already pretty good. I only ever had the primer for the mecha line, so I don't know. I know the game color changed last year, but I
I
don't
know
have any of the game color.
so I know that the mecha color that I have used has been pretty dope.
Uh-huh.
Uh
That was the
the
newest line before the refresh.
the local game store that I used to go to last year, before they decided they were going to kind of push out casual play in favor of league and competitive play, and
Boo.
thus drive my BattleTech group out. They have the new game color on the shelves, and that's where most of my current paints come from. Those I have been converted. I am very much a big, big fan of the new game color. It has worked really well,
Yeah, and I
though I'm
suspect the model
open to
color is
others.
very similar. The model color, I think the difference there is typically the naming conventions and the color availability, because the model color is aiming for the model painter community and not the mini painting
Hold up.
community. So they're looking for
Mm.
more realistic colors, whereas the game color is going to have more vibrant colors.
Hold up,
Bismucky said
because
the difference is the way they dry. Model color dries flat, mecha color dries satin, game color dries glossy.
thank you,
There's
Cookie. I
also
was
that.
about to point that out, and
There's
yeah,
also
no,
that.
the way it dries out would be a big deal as well.
Yep.
So yeah,
But
I haven't tried model color yet, and I'm curious to. But game color has been great for mech.
and I have used a lot of the old model color, and it's fine. Like, I don't think it's as good as Pro Acro. I don't think the old stuff is as good as Fnatic, but it was fine. It was better than old War Color.
So Pro Acro, I'll have to give a go then, because I'm always open to trying out new lines of paint.
Pro Acro. Okay, so I'm going to see you at the end of the month, and I'm planning on bringing some stuff along with me. So
As long as time off gets approved, yes.
okay. In any event,
Fingers
we'll
crossed.
get you set up. An atlas,
Okay,
very
that-
nice atlas. I'm going to declare that this is a Knights of the Inner Sphere atlas. I know it's not, but I've decided it is.
You,
Uh,
you fucking
You would prefer it.
Also, I will say for Vallejo, I've tried out
Yeah,
their water texture paints.
it is
Holy
Anastasius Folk's atlas. Yes, very quickly on that. He's right. He did say that in his email.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And then
I
we
didn't
have
realize that folks rode one.
what?
I never really thought about what mech folk rode in, so
Yep.
fair.
And then we have ourselves a. This looks like an SLDF blackjack. The red stripe usually indicates that.
Oh,
I
my
really
God.
like that. I
Mhm.
really like how that looks.
It is very crisp. It's very clean.
It's
The
crispy.
reason I'm groaning is I've seen the thing that you've been working on today, and the color scheme combined with the cockpit style and color of that blackjack and the scheme overall makes me think of what you've been working on. I don't know if you want to share that with the class, but goddamn.
Don't yet have that, but we'll see. Okay, Screaming Eagles. He says it's Screaming Eagles.
Screaming
Okay.
Eagles? Okay.
Okay.
Will just nailed it. It looks like a fucking Leo.
Well, speaking of, this is what I've been working on some this week because I was bored at work yesterday, and this happened.
There you go.
Yeah.
So okay, I
Indeed.
wasn't letting it too far out
No.
ahead of time.
No. And I'm still not sure if I'm going to put this on the Cults page. I'm not sure I'm going to charge money for it because I know that there's not a whole lot of stuff that's like there's some Gundam stuff floating around in some of the marketplaces, but weirdly there's not a lot of Wing stuff, especially there's not a lot of stuff that's properly named. So I may or may not. We'll see.
That's fair. And Okay, now thought exercise. I know this got bandied about in the aux for a time.
Mhm.
Leo statted as a battle mech.
In
would you-
fact, that's already been done. And it's already been done pretty well. Let me see if I can find that real quick. But
Okay.
there's a guy I found on YouTube. I believe it's Professor Hayentech. Let me see if I can find his webpage, because he had a bunch of this. Oh, that's not it.
Is it similar to Peregrine?
I'm not sure.
Okay, that was Mo's question.
Let's see. Community. Let me see if I can actually find his website on this page, because I don't necessarily want to like pull up a video and then have sound pop out, but let's...
And this, ladies and gentlemen, was my ploy to prevent Para from...
You son of a bitch. Haytien. That's the name. Haytien. Heytien. And there was the little bit of sound there that I was trying to avoid.
If that's hate, I know we have a hate.exe in our chat sometimes. I wonder if they're connected somehow.
So the Law 9 Quad 9s, I will give you that. I agree. I prefer it to the Zaku. Though I wish they had spent the time giving the Leo the rep that the Zaku got at the start of MSG. Because the Leo was supposed to be a respectable machine, but it gets the Stormtrooper syndrome so fucking hard.
Okay. Here is this is on battletechfuture.com, where they have a few of these things that are put together like this. They have this as a Clan Tech base 50-ton quasi Omnimech. They're justifying quasi there with the handheld weapons, which, sure, whatever.
I mean, handheld weapons are
they
a
are
thing by Black Ops.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
He has this outfitted with a Rack 5 and 2 ER mediums on the base model at 50 tons. Which is a little odd because the clans don't typically use racks, but whatever. He also had some variants where...
How many jump jets did he give it?
Does he actually have...
No, scroll back up.
What?
No, scroll back up to the original listing. It should have had the jump jets listed.
Armament, armor, jump capacity 150. It doesn't have a number on it, but it has a range. 5?
5. I saw it was 585.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 585. Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rack 5 and ER medium lasers though. That very much feels just like a Centurion.
It does.
Honestly, a Clan Centurion.
I mean, it feels like a Wolverine. You swap the SRM6 to give extra Burt and a second laser.
Yeah.
So,
but what about second Ernie? I don't think they know second Ernie.
I have no idea what you're talking about, so
what?
No, I don't.
Then they have an LBX version with the 10 for the I guess... I hate the name that they gave this in Wing. The Dober gun, this thing.
Oh, the Dover cannon? Yeah.
And then they made a Hag 21 for the bazooka, dual ERs for one of the laser guns, a heavy pistol one for the shorty, and I guess they made one with 2 LRM-15s. I don't remember one that had missiles on it, but in any event, yeah.
You know, funny enough, when it got thrown around in the aux, I remember I was trying to make the case that it would be probably a light or a medium mech for similar reasons.
I do agree. Just from a loadout standpoint, like you can get everything you need to in a medium on this.
Yeah, and it doesn't have a lot of armaments, but if you're on a light or a medium package, then it doesn't need to pack a lot of armaments, because you'll get a medium mech that only has like 2 or 3 weapons installed.
Right, and you also have to consider that from the internal canon of the series, most mechs are mediums. Like most of the mechs that exist are medium. And, you know, this thing is being presented as a frontline kind of do most things, fill holes mech. That makes sense. 50 tons, perfect.
I mean, it's like if I were to stat out Gundam Heavy Arms, it would probably be a heavy mech 75 tonner, but
I'd probably stat it as 85 or 90, just for the fact that I wouldn't do heavy arms custom from Waltz because that gets fucking silly fast.
I tried to do that. If you're doing the quad Gatlings, the two double Gatling weapons, then you just run out of crit slots as well as tonnage. It doesn't work. But if you go with the main show and give it a retractable blade, a light shield, rack 5, etc.,
yeah,
the big point of contention is I would posit that the head shoulder weapons are going to be machine guns of varying size, not autocannons.
Agreed.
And as long as you keep the missiles to one-shot SRM or LRM units, because, I mean, he fires his load and then he's done.
Yep.
Rocket launchers.
So,
how many tons do I think Tequila Gundam is? I don't know. How much tequila is on it? I saw somebody stat it out. Maybe it was you, but I saw somebody stat it out where it was like 85 tons and its movement profile was like 232.
It wasn't me. That was what prompted me to look at it, and I'm like, yeah, no, because you're the one who said it was like an Annihilator, except
worse,
thinly defended and worse. Yeah, no, it's Heavy Arms I put as a 75 tonner because you can still get enough mobility to make it reasonable. You can get the armor and not be too ridiculous with it. It's a little underarmed considering how much DACA you're putting into it and the tonnage constraints, but it works. Especially considering every single goddamn fight worth a damn, he runs out of ammo.
Yep. Cookie, I have a group of mechs here, and they're kind of for you because they're Clan Wolf Blue Keshik.
Yes,
they are the fruit punch Keshik.
They are.
They are beautiful.
They're really sharply painted.
Thank you.
And I just look at them and I think fruit punch. I look at them and I think they are the Capri Sun Galaxy.
Oh Lord.
Except for the slightly darker scheme on the direwolf in the back that is just looming over them like the chaperone.
So the direwolf, the mad cat, and the shadow cat all have that darker color because I did those like a year ago. The rest of these were all in like the last week.
Fair enough. I'm just looking at it like they're the camp counselors and these are all a bunch of early teenagers going to summer camp.
Is the summoner on the
They have just gotten their blood names and they're out for blood, literally?
There are two summoners here. There's one on the left and one on the right.
The one on the left looks darker. Is that shadows or is it actually darker?
That one's darker also. Like I said, some of these got painted at a different point.
So, yeah, no, it looks good.
Yeah,
looks good.
You do.
Yay!
Then I had some, we were talking about Lyran earlier. So there you go. There's Lyran Guard.
That Hatchet Man has actually been out on patrol. Oh shit, you're right. That Axeman has been out on patrol. The others are fresh from the hangar.
Yep.
The Hatchet Man needs a freshwater rinse.
He does. The Hatchet Man, there was an experiment using Pro Acro additive called Noosh.
You called it Hatchet Man that time.
You're right, I did. And I was wrong. But the Axeman was an experiment with Noosh. Noosh is an acrylic additive that is meant to kind of do some of the same things that an oil wash is. And I mean, it works well enough. It does stain the surface, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. And then I've got one more group here. I think this is the last thing I have.
Very purple.
Very purple.
The yellow really brings it out.
It does. Purple and gold is also a good color combo.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a group of Covenant Guard. The problem that these are Free World League units. They are the only issue I have with this color scheme. I love the color scheme. It's a great color scheme. But the unit doesn't exist until 3132.
I mean, it's a great color scheme. It's a Slaneshi color scheme. Wait a minute, wrong setting.
Falkenstein, it's not a Hauptmann, it's a Regent.
I'm looking at the rifleman. It looks like you did the gold over the cockpit canopy.
I did on that
For
one.
children.
That one and the blackjack were both done that way.
That's fair.
Oh, okay. It's the blackjack that has the missile pods. I see.
Yes. Okay, and
The camera
now,
angle made me miss the gun arm.
and now
And
I go
this-
to camera. Hey, everybody, look, it's a camera. We're only an hour in. Not
Did you
quite.
get Wookiee's
And
thing?
not
Wow,
a
yeah.
Wookiees-
single
Wookiees
bit of
thing.
painting done yet.
Not yet. That's okay. I'm not. Wookiees thing.
Hey,
Okay, there's Wookiees thing. Let's put that there, and then I can put it.
wait, where are you putting Wookiee's thing?
Shut
It's his jewelry.
Okay, I
That he
was
made.
gonna go
No.
somewhere else with that just for the funsies, but you beat me to it.
Yeah.
I didn't-
That's not supposed to be there.
Nice deflect.
There.
It was
Nice
a good
deflect.
deflect. It was a good deflect. It saved Para from having to answer about handling Wookie's thing.
There. Tell us about Wookiees things.
Okay. So you're horrible.
We knew that.
Yes.
You're all invited me here. I don't know why
know.
you're blaming me.
This morning I
but I
said,
would-
"Who wants to be here?" And I said, "I do."
Because and you know, I've contributed to terribleness my own self, so I can't exactly. Okay, so as you know, Wookie makes jewelry, and one of the first things he actually started doing, and I think I've told you guys this before, he actually started doing it because he was losing fine motor control in his hands because he was in a wreck. And so he started doing it to preserve the control of his fingers. So he started twisting wire, and these are rosaries that he did for a local pastor and his wife who really tough health crisis, and he helps run a local addiction center. So he made them for them, and his is green and hers is the pink one. So, but these are, if you know anything about rosaries, which many of you may not, there's the Catholic style, which has about 100 beads in it. But this is the Anglican or Orthodox style, which only has 33. So,
Okay.
Yep.
They came out
Yep.
well.
They did.
yeah. And they really did appreciate them.
Also,
Good,
I have
very
a
good.
question for all present.
I have an
Mhm.
answer on
Has
behalf of all
anybody
present.
stepped outside to take a look at this solar storm? Apparently,
Is it bright? I may go step outside and see.
I
for a
am
sec.
too far south.
I have no idea.
I probably
how far
am
north you
too,
need
but
to be.
I heard there was a possibility we might even get to see it. So
Wow.
I'm gonna peek out just a minute and see if it is.
I might do the same.
Well,
I am decidedly too far south.
yes, you are.
Yeah, you are. And
Oh,
possibly
my.
in the wrong hemisphere.
Just
Possibly.
A little.
So,
All right.
let's see. I have got here a
I'm gonna
Jenner
go put my
2C
head
and a
out.
Locust 2C.
Be right back. Just
Kai,
I'm
how
gonna
do you
go-
how do you want these painted, Kai?
Hmm.
You didn't run off and abandon me. You get to pick the color.
I mean, I'm still here. I just you asked the question before I ran off and abandoned you.
Look, go look at your pretty
Okay.
lights.
I don't think they're gonna be here
I don't
because
think they're gonna be here.
south.
yeah.
Well, now see here.
I want to go look at the pretty lights, but I'm not sure they're gonna be here. I'm hiding. Yeah. My name's Jim.
Yeah. I'm a parrot. I'm a dirty Capellan. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
You know you.
But Crow whipped the shit out of me Sunday. Anyway, Kai, I'm letting you pick the color for this
yes,
Jenner.
Grimos. It does.
Okay. Any color's fine?
Whatever colors you want. Pick 3.
Okay. Paint them up as Star Rider Alpha Galaxy. Black, dark blue, and gold trim.
That's very similar to what I've done, but I can do that. Black and hello.
Yes. That's ducks.
Ah!
Hello.
Outgoing mayor of the Black
Quack.
Pants Auxiliary has joined us.
Quack.
Yes.
Look,
Also-
everybody's here.
Too far
Hello.
south and or too much light pollution.
I
Hey.
was thinking I would be late joining, but if we knew I was going to late join and we scheduled for me to join late, then I just scheduled at the predetermined time, which happened to not be at the beginning. Therefore, I'm not late. I'm on time.
A duck
Mad
never.
duck.
A duck never is late. It arrives precisely when it means to.
Exactly.
Precisely when a duck wizard arrives precisely when he gets around to it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Also, clear sky. Nothing weird in it. Darn it.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yep.
So, in
Hi.
case somebody asks, I'll go ahead and talk through what I'm doing here. I am just going to put down a quick base coat of this is from the BattleTech painting set that I was gifted very nicely by Mo. This is speed paint, so this is from Army Painter. It's the black for the BattleTech one. They've named it Black Widow. I have just added a little bit of medium to it. The medium that I use is a mix of glazed medium, a little bit of distilled water, and a little bit of flow improver. The stuff that you can buy will work fine, but the black is a little strong out of the bottle. But
So what you're telling me is you are a mixing medium hipster that has to use the super special stuff rather than just the off the shelf what you can buy.
Here's the reason that I use the stuff that I mixed. It's cheaper.
Also,
okay, so
makes
decidedly anti-hipster. Fine, fair. I'll give you that one.
Voxel Forge says a duck arrives precisely with the waiter serving him, and Digiman says, "Listen, Mad Ducks, don't make me make you into a duck wizard card. You know I can."
Do it.
And I think he has cast card.
What?
I cast card on Duck Wizard, so therefore.
Okay,
Duck
hear me out, because this has given me an idea.
We
Okay,
have
so like,
to.
I am, we're starting a new D&D campaign, Shyla and some friends, and my character is a coffee druid named Ed Espresso.
This makes sense.
Well,
makes
it
perfect
actually really does. Hear me out. The good berry spell summons coffee berries because coffee is a berry, even though
That's
it's a
true.
bean. The bean's inside the berry.
That's true.
But it is a berry plant. His create water spell creates
Coffee.
Which makes sense.
And the haste spell gives someone the effect of 4 shots of espresso, which explains the coffee crash after it wears off.
This all makes perfect sense.
This has been very, very better thought out than you would think. The druidic focus has to be carved out of wood. Nothing says that it has to be a wand like everybody thinks. So his druidic focus is a U carved out coffee cup. Again, just
I mean, you could have done a pour over maker, but that works.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a wood coffee cup. He drinks his coffee out of his druidic focus. The stains provide power.
Yeah,
or
natural.
Seasoning.
Yeah,
to
fair enough.
Whatever, not the point. And I did notice the Shillelagh spell says you could use a makeshift club. Then there's not a single rule that says that club cannot look like a carving of a rubber chicken. So he has a 1d8 magical rubber chicken club.
Only if it's made out of rubber wood. At which point, if it's not made out of rubber wood, then it's just I don't even know what.
That is the joke.
At that
is
point,
wood of
it's a
rubber
decoy.
tree.
That point, it is just a wooden duck
sparkling.
Mo is in chat. Mo can confirm it is a rubber tree chicken. That was the
rubber
thing.
tree chicken.
Yes.
Yeah, made out of the wood from a rubber tree because rubber comes from trees. Parallax, you know that?
Yes.
Actually, in fact, natural rubber does come from trees. It
Look,
is
there goes
endemic
the
to
rubber
Southeast
tree.
Asia.
Look, there goes the rubber tree plant.
Now, this has me wondering. I wonder what would the rules for a non-standard race be to have a character that is in fact a wizard that happens to be a particularly affluent duck.
In fact, you could just play an Aarakocra.
Storm Song is in chat, causing havoc.
That makes sense.
He does that, yes.
Hot Single Grimace is in your area, and Hot Married Knight is in your area.
Hot, wait, what? Wait, what?
Hot Married Knight. AKA Off Limits. A storm
Anyway.
song is yeah.
confused.
He's storm songing about.
Yes.
Why?
He's gallivanting around and throwing confetti in the air like the pony that he is.
Way back in days of old, there was a legend told about a hero named Storm Song.
I'll be honest, the adrenaline crash after the fucking high earlier tonight is hitting me. So I'm kind
I
of
see. I see. Well, you know, guys, it's we're about an hour in, so right after this, it's time for something else. But I tell you what, we're gonna do an us or ain't here in just a minute. But if your adrenaline is crashing, and I'm sure at this point there's 83 people here, I'm sure we've cycled through a few people. Let's get that adrenaline back up. Well, howdy there, folks. It's me, Apocalypse Jim, Hell's Ranch Hand, King of the Infernal Frontier. I'd like to welcome y'all to Spoopy Season. That's right, it's October. And we're gonna get plumb spoopy up in here.
To say, excuse me, princess, every time I join chat.
Oh, I'm
And-
sorry, you just broadcast that.
Okay, well,
Well, excuse
everybody
me,
knows that.
princess.
Everybody knows that. I wasn't gonna say the rest of it, but
Lovely wife car kicks door. What the actual fuck is wrong with you?
I did warn her before I came on that.
You warned her before you came? Such a conscientious husband you are.
Well, I mean,
Admiral?
we have enough kids.
Fair.
wow.
That's valid.
Wow. Yes, there you go, Alpha. Supernova, you did not hear that which I did not say. So therefore.
You warned me that it was the start of the show. Okay. This
played
was
it 3 times so
apparently
far.
an ineffectual warning.
What?
Well, you know, every now and then Jim just shows up. I can't control him. Jim is a demon from Hell's own open prairies that he runs Satan's herds.
Spontaneous Jim. Understood.
Now we have Ghost Riders in the sky just playing in
do.
the background of my head right now.
Their hooves were still on fire, but their brains were still on fire, and their hooves were made of steel.
Here I am.
Their horns were blackened. What just happened?
These Storm songs had the same song stuck in his head.
Here I am working, and I look over, and there's that demon spawn. Go sleep on a fucking couch.
Also, what I heard was, what I heard Paris say was not hooves.
Boobs?
Boobs.
No.
Their boobs were.
No, I
made
did
of
not
steel.
hear hooves. I heard hose.
Okay. See,
I was like, their hose are on fire. Okay.
I thought you were going with their boobs were on fire. I'm like, whoa.
Boobs were on fire.
When Parallax said it a minute ago, I thought he said their brains were on fire.
They were all, their brains were also on fire.
My mind.
And honestly, around here, that checks out.
I have a question because I have 2 of these out. I don't know what
Strong
this mech
disagree.
is.
What is it?
I don't know. It's number 3-54. What is its mech? I don't know.
What? Hang on. Show us the front of that thing.
Enter Google. On the bottom, it says 354.
3-54. I don't know what it is. It's a clan mech.
Look,
I
you
know
would
that
know,
much.
but
It's
he's getting food for us, or getting
I
grizzly, said Mo.
Oh, it's a grizzly. Okay, that's.
I was gonna say.
Well,
okay.
So, we should paint this grizzly while I'm waiting on the paint on the
Diggs. You painted Diggs colors.
Oh, Diggs colors. So we make him brown, huh?
I mean, I also sent them like pink bears and spider toasters. So like, go nuts.
It's-
I'm very good at identifying colors, though. So
it is true. He is in fact capable of saying colors.
That is a very useful skill.
This is
There we go.
true. This is factual.
Periphery brown. There we go, everybody. Periphery brown. As
I,
the not here to say it's a brown.
as a bonus, if you look at a like a picture that has one color but the name of a different color on it, most people can't say the word. They'd say
Right.
the color they're looking at because
Right.
that's how brains are wired. I don't have that problem. I can look
Or-
at something that's one color and says another and just read the label. It doesn't bother me.
That
or
was,
the other way around. Some
that
people do.
was actually a way that the NSA used to use to catch, or they at least tried to use it to catch Soviet spies during the Cold War, because a regular person will more readily come up with the name of the color, or come up with, it would be, tell us the color, and they would give you the word that the letters were in the color, and they would say, give us the color, and a person whose native language was English could more readily give you the name of the color than they could someone that learned the language after the fact.
They would have just beat the tar out of me and been like, "Why don't you know the colors?"
Because you're a damn commie.
Oh my god, the communists are here.
That's true. The communists are
Yes.
here.
Yes, that it is confirmed.
They're welcome. They can be here. It's fine. We're the
Yeah,
Legion. We don't
Stormfront
care.
says they're not supposed to be the victim here.
True.
Listen, you came in here and started flouncing around.
You came into my house.
That's right.
M-
You
Ma'am-
came
started throwing
in
that
Aiden's
confetti up in
house.
the air.
Ma'am, I don't have the energy to flounce.
No, I'm talking to Storm Song.
Yeah.
Storm
Oh,
Song
I
knows
knew you weren't
a
talking
lot
to me.
about
I was just
flouncing.
Storm Song definitely flounces.
actually Storm Song. I invented a new word. Well, I used a word today that obviously already existed because it's a very practical
It's
word.
a very normal word.
I was trimming wire molding,
Like you do.
and I have a tool that I have repurposed. And he says, "Say the color names in Squick's voice." No. So I have a tool. It's a molding trimmer, and I labeled it. I'm going to send you a picture.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
I am doing this on purpose.
Oh
just
my
a minute.
God.
I'm going to mess right back with Storm Song. I don't care.
Oh my God.
I have a tool that I have named.
Thus and so, yes.
Thus and
Yeah.
so, it's time to play a game of thus and so.
My Panduit Schmeckle.
Schmeckle.
Yeah.
I've
I
sent you a
invite
picture
people that
of my
don't know.
Panduit Schmeckle.
I invite people that don't know Yiddish to look that word up.
Yeah.
Or not. Anyway, I was trimming molding with my schmeckle, or my Panduit schmeckle, and I describe this act as schmeckelizing it.
Fair.
The
I
joke
use
is
my-
much better if you do know,
know
just a
what it
little bit of
means.
Yiddish.
He looked it up.
If you know
it up.
just enough Yiddish,
Sorry, Digiman.
you know that what I am saying is terrible
It is.
and horrifying and
It's
genuinely
kinda like
disturbing.
Apocalypse Jim. No, it's not at all. Like
In
Jim.
the horseradish laced fuck.
Remember, Storm Song, some people dabble in the madness.
He was
He
born
was
here.
born to it, molded by it.
I was molded by. Okay,
I'm an
so,
Still
agent
waiting
of
on
chaos.
the paint to dry.
so what is
so-
your tool called?
Just
Oh,
look at the.
hold on.
Just look
Yeah,
at the.
that,
Look at art. It's. I had a whole.
There was
Here,
a whole thing.
I'll-
There's a whole
There's a
thing.
whole
He
whole
schmeckled it.
thing.
Look,
He schmeckled it.
He
Okay.
schmeckled it.
here, I'll post it
Storm
again so
Song
that
has
you can-
declared he has
schmeckling?
moved over to the suffering blanket with Grimos.
The
See, this is fine. Remember, Storm Song, you're comfortable with the badness. I live here.
He does.
Okay.
He does.
I also named our impact drill the Drillbert.
Drillbert.
Drobert is cute. That's cute.
Drillbert is
Yeah.
very cute. We have a a swedge tool named McSwedger.
Sure.
Swedge.
Our label maker is Patty LaBelle.
Yeah.
Okay,
Reasonable.
somebody else. Yeah, sorry, I was just gonna say Grimos or somebody can do the us or ain't, please.
Serene.
Okay, so I'm looking at the
Everybody
Panduit
came
Schmeckel now,
across
and I can
it.
only think now of Rabbi Tuckman from Men in Tights.
Figala?
Grimos got it.
Yeah.
Good for him. All right, the way us or ain't works, if you haven't been here before, is that there's
Wait. You've
prediction.
been here a few times. What's us or ain't?
What?
What's us or ain't? Can you explain us or
Uh,
ain't to the audience?
I can attempt to do so badly.
That's
Hello,
perfect.
everybody.
I feel like they would be more on topic if it was worse.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, Us or Ain't. So, Us or Ain't is a thing that happens every Thursday night on the Numeric Workshop. It's where you have to decide, is it us or is it ain't? Now, I don't know who the fuck ain't is, but I know who us is. Us happens to be the people that are here, and the people that are usually here but aren't here now. They typically are here. They're not currently here, but they're here enough that they count as being here.
We also count the
yes.
Monday night Pandora Pirate Radio crew just to make the odds a little bit better.
Yeah, because they're weird. I get it. But yeah, no, the here-ness is in the people that are here and the people that are here-ish.
It's in
Here
the game.
adjacent.
It's in the game.
Here
Ah.
adjacent. And then you've got ain't, which is apparently everybody else that is not here or here adjacent. They're like unhere, anti-here, if you will.
That's right.
So
Anti-here.
what is going to happen is there's going to be a thing where you can, throw your hard-earned goob at it. That is not the goob drive, though you should throw your goob at that as well.
By the way, Goob Drive,
Yes.
everybody.
Yes,
Goob
drive.
Goob drive.
Drive your Goob.
Anyway, so you're going to throw your goob at the thing where you're deciding if it's going to be people who are here or here adjacent, and then if you choose that they are the here, or if you choose the not here, or if you just say goob hole because you don't like goob and you're a bad person, because that goob could go to the goob drive instead. What's going to happen is Grimos, I think, is the person, is going to do the thing with the stuff with
He's
the
going to do
quotes.
the thing.
Where
The stuff thing.
yeah, he's the thing with the stuff with the quotes, where he's going to do the beatly, and then out comes a bing, a quote, which is going to be from somebody who is either here adjacent
The
or
machine
here
that
or
goes
not here.
bing.
Exactly, the machine that goes ping. Anyway, so yeah, what's going to happen is at the end of this prediction, which is currently up, you're going to, after you've made your prediction, put your goob on the line. We're going to have the quote. It's either somebody that is us, somebody that is here or adjacent to being here, or it's going to be ain't, which is like apparently literally everybody the heck else. And at that point, whoever predicted correctly gets goob, and whoever didn't predict correctly, no goob. Zero goob. No goob for you. You lose. Good day, sir.
That description was so bad it gave me the hiccups.
Excellent.
So very
I am
quickly,
still
for,
riding the manic dumb fuck energy tonight. So
So, because I know Biz Monkey's in the audience right now. Biz, you were saying earlier that Pro Acro tends to be thinner than the New Warpaints Fanatics. That is not always the case.
that is a paint dong.
That is a paint dong.
Paint dong.
And I did shake this first. So
either that or it's a paint nipple. I don't know which.
I need to add a little bit more medium to this bottle.
I think I am going to put an unwise amount of goob down.
I should do the same.
So
Possibly.
I'm actually going to have two versions of this color of paint on the palette to show how they are different.
Just the tip? Oh, yeah. Okay, so it is the dong. Gotcha. You're right. You're right, Alpha.
So this is Pro Acro Bright Neutral Gray and BattleTech. This is what?
The prediction's over. It's time.
The time has come. It has been 2 minutes.
It is time. I don't know who's doing the quote.
Anybody can do the quote.
Oh, there it is.
Grimos did the quote.
It is Squick. It is it is here adjacent. Squick
You
is not here,
can't
but
be
he's
the
adjacent.
grunge lore. You can't just grunge lore.
Grungalore your
You
enemies.
can't just grungalore your enemies. It's incredibly funny to do so. Oh shit!
I thought you said
fucked that
grunge
quote
lore.
up. Yeah, same. You can't just grunge lore your enemies. It's
Grungalore.
incredibly funny, so do it anyways.
I mean, grungalore does sound way more like Squick.
Grungalore.
It does, yes.
Grungalore.
Grunge
Oh,
lore
hey.
sounds like you're telling stories about Nirvana.
I just doubled my
True.
goob.
Squick the grungalore. The Grungalorier.
You can't just grungalore your enemies. It's incredibly funny, so do it anyway. It's quick.
So-
Mech
Why
Warrior
can't
5.
you Grungalore your enemies?
Well, in this economy,
Yes.
So there you
with
go.
this food?
That is bright neutral gray versus Avalon gray. I don't actually know what this corresponds to as far as the regular matches brigade gray by the army painter. Now I
Brigade
added a
gray.
little bit of medium to the bright neutral gray to thin it out because mine's too thick, but as you can see, like the colors that and coverage. Let's do a quick coverage test.
Parrot, you're a bad person. Everybody
I know.
knows you need to be at least medium rare.
Well, shut up.
No, I won't. You invited me here. Why are you telling me to shut up?
Because you're my guest and I get to do that.
That's
I mean,
wow.
he's got a point.
He
But
does,
now,
but
You really
that-
do.
That flies in the face of everything that is like good old Southern.
I
you
hate
know,
to break it to you.
hospitality.
I am not a member of the Fey Courts.
No, that tracks.
he's not as southern as people that are more southern than him.
That's
This
true.
is also accurate.
That's true.
Indeed.
I identify more as Appalachian than Southern. Okay, so that's the comparison real quick on coverage and color. And, you know, it's not a perfect color match, but bright neutral gray, Avalon gray, that is brigade gray and the normal fanatics.
Can you tilt it a
Can
bit
you?
further towards the camera because it's
I
reflecting
can't
a
even
lot
see
of
the
light.
difference between the
There's
two. They
not
both look
like
white.
There you
the
go.
bright
There you
neutral
go.
gray is actually a little bit more of
Okay,
an
so
off-white color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's close, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's
now
a
that-
decent
now
substitute.
that-
The coverage is very similar. Again, I will point out I actually thinned the Pro Acro there to get to a similar consistency. So they
now
when
that
they're at
it's
the same consistency, it's a very similar performance.
now that it's close enough to the camera that it's not just catching the glare, it looks like the left is a cooler gray, the right is a bit of a warmer gray. Not by
Yes,
much,
that
but
is a fair assessment. That is absolutely a fair assessment.
Storm Song, you've been pinged in the Aux General.
Storm Song. Storm Song.
Storm Song. Storm Song.
Storm Song of the South. Sweet potato pie and I shut my mouth. So, Mad Ducks, I still have never heard, in your repertoire of voices, I have never heard stereotypical Cajun.
You won't,
Why not?
because I'm not very good at that.
Oh, okay. What if I said stereotypical Creole?
Way even further off.
Okay, that's too bad.
So
I'm
Yeah.
just going to imagine that you're the dude from the PBS show whenever you try to do the accent. Is as good, I
it's
guarantee.
not that bad. I used to read the Cajun Night Before Christmas to my son every year.
Like you do.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody should, no matter where they're from or no matter where you live. Everyone should read the Cajun Night Before Christmas.
I think
The
I have
Night
the
Before Christmas.
Hillbilly Night Before Christmas somewhere. I think that I'm going to stick with that. But I
mean,
do
I've seen
appreciate
other versions, but the
regional
Cajun Night Before
stories.
Christmas is just, it's the best one.
For you.
It is. It's the night before Christmas, and all through the house, they don't a thing stir, not even a mouse. And
I can't be
it's-
the only one that's thinking this. Aiden will back me up on this. I'm not sure if that's Cajun or Gungan.
All I
here's the
know
thing,
is that I have
can't
an
do good Cajun.
I now have an immediate need to listen to Skindred.
I don't know skin.
Yeah, fair. Yep.
Thank you for backing me up, Kai.
What is skin?
Yeah, I feel you.
Skindred is a band with it's a British band with a dude that has a very, very distinct accent. And yeah, no, very much the vibe I'm getting from the lingo that's being thrown around here.
Aiden is hip with the kids these days.
Bullshit.
So
I wasn't hip with the
Aiden's
kids
got
when
that
I was a
Sigma
kid.
Riz.
if anyone has seen the new
I am disgusted by those syllables you just uttered.
the Deadpool and Wolverine movie,
When you call my name.
Yep. So, if anyone's seen that, I don't want to give any spoilers, but there is a character in it with a Cajun accent, and some people
and it's pretty fucking
complained.
rough.
Mm.
Is it
No,
Gambit?
I brought my wife. Shyla is from a very, very Cajun family. And whereas my family is deeply Scottish, her family is deeply Cajun. Their roots go deep around here.
Their roots go back to Acadian Canada.
Yes. Yes, they do. And she loved it. She's like, that he did so good with that accent. All of the actual Cajun people that watched that movie left going like, yeah, he did good. So, yeah. And
Okay,
anyone,
so if you want to give
yeah,
him shit over it, apparently he has the local seal of approval.
yeah,
There you
that's
go.
it. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks.
This isn't
Fuck.
like when I
True.
was in, I think it was high school. No, 6th grade, 7th grade, something like that. There was a movie that came out that was about very early NASA engineer type stuff. It was about
October Sky.
October Sky.
Yes,
Best,
exactly.
one of the best movies. I
It
love
got
It's a really good movie.
it got a debut in my hometown. It didn't get like the debut, but it got an early release in my hometown. But
What was it? Homer Hickam, I think was the name.
yes, but
yes, Homer
Laura,
Hickam and the Rocket Boys.
Laura
Yep.
Dern was in that movie as the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And my 6th grade class went and saw this movie as a school trip. It is a great
Yep.
movie. I enjoy the hell
It
out
is
of
a
that
great
movie.
movie.
But Laura Dern's hillbilly accent might be one of the funniest bad attempts at a hillbilly accent I've ever heard. And it's not because all of it was bad. It's because she ended every other sentence with the word y'all in the worst possible
Oh
delivery.
no.
So this group of, I don't know, 120 6th grade hillbilly kids are sitting here watching this movie play. And she'd say, I don't know what y'all are doing. And then the entire audience would just go, y'all. At the same time, it's just like, she's bad at that word in a way that only 12-year-olds can point out.
So, two things. One, Watcher of the Bells. That's why I immediately knee-jerked when they were saying Deadpool and Wolverine. I asked, are you talking Gambit? I haven't seen the movie, but that's what I thought of. And B, relating to what you're talking about, Parallax, that's kind of like listening to a couple things, really. The first thing that came to mind is Hunt for Red
I see.
October.
Yep.
Gosh, good on you.
That's
You
why
know,
I'm gonna.
And the other one, so this is going to be the anime reference I make for the night because I've been watching the show again. Kill la Kill, right?
I'm taking your word on it.
Okay, so Kill la Kill anime, the English dub is pretty darn good, but one of the characters cannot say his own fucking name right. I'm
Oh, no.
Suzu Sanageyama. I'm like, no, you're not. Oh my god.
So-
Listen to the original fucking voice acting, please.
I do have an interesting observation that is probably not very interesting.
Okay.
It sounds amazing. Please go on.
So you can tell a bit about a person's accent from when they say y'all based on the how they enunciate the apostrophe.
Right?
I know that sounds weird.
As far as I'm
No.
concerned, the apostrophe
No.
doesn't exist, but go ahead.
No, some people put too much emphasis on the apostrophe. Some people, the Appalachians, they don't believe in the apostrophe.
That's right.
The apostrophe can't hurt you if you don't believe in it,
That's
which
right.
that's not how that works.
Hey, listen, man, listen. There are things in those hills that we pointedly don't pay attention to because we don't
That just
want
makes
to
sense.
attract their attention.
Yeah, that just makes sense.
And that's fair. And like
The
around
apostrophe
here,
might be one of them.
yeah, that makes sense.
Eric, we had the same brain cell.
Look at the ice. Look at the on ice.
What?
Look
What?
at the art on ice. Miscreants.
Oh,
Ah.
okay. You're pointing me back to Discord.
Yes.
Dang old
Yep,
Discord.
Homer Hickam. Yeah, a book
Dang
by
old
Homer Hickam.
Discord.
Fair enough, y'all. Also,
Right there with the
what you're
Panduit Schmeckle.
Of course,
What-
Ron Falcon scene. Don't ever change, ducks.
don't ever change.
You know, I can't
But,
I can't be mad at Sean Connery in any of those movies because they hired
Oh,
Sean
no.
Connery. What did they expect? But
True fact.
Agreed.
none
Plus,
of
he
those.
got paid.
None
He
of
did the
those.
most important part of the acting part,
Yeah,
which was
he
the
was
getting
Sean Connery.
paid.
So, Ducks,
Very quickly,
You-
before we move on, I want to hit on this. We have now hit on Hunt for Red October and Highlander, in which Sean Connery portrays either a Russian or a Spaniard who's not actually a Spaniard, he's Egyptian. None of these are as bad as Sean Connery's worst/best foreign language performance.
Which
go
was
on.
Rising Sun.
Mm.
Rising Sun, the movie that he made with, I believe it was with Wesley Snipes, in which Sean Connery speaks Japanese.
Oh, boy.
Oh no.
I will let you
Sean
all look
Connery
that up
barely
on your
speaks
own.
English.
Yeah,
So,
I like how Gath just said that. Hello there, Shimpai.
All right.
Champagne.
Archmago says a Scottish playing a Spanish, teaching a French guy playing a Scottish.
Belgian, thank you.
Yeah, close enough.
Oof.
Half
Gonna
of
get
half of him
absolutely
speaks German.
Destroyed.
Half of him speaks
Oh.
German and makes really good guns.
My, of all
The Belgian
times
waffle maker.
for my
Exactly.
Harry
With
Potter Scots edition to be out in the truck because I was reading it at work.
Where did you get such a thing?
Some person, some madman, some blossoming lunatic among us sent me Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone Scots edition.
That's right, because you're a hecklepack.
Yeah, Warlock Harry.
Aye,
So,
you be a
I'm-
warlock, Harry.
I'm just gonna make the comment to kind of wind it back for a moment there, Ducks. The y'all thing.
The y'all thing. The,
The
Yalta
y'all thing.
conference.
The y'all. Oh my god.
Bring it on.
Well, no. It's a very similar vein. So I grew up in Virginia, in the area
It was
where
Coastal
we would-
Virginia, wasn't it?
Yes, which means I'm not from there, but I am no stranger to Norfolk.
But also it means that he calls it Va Beach.
No, I don't. That's fucking stupid. But the thing that I'm getting
Thank
at
you.
is whenever you talk to somebody who has cause to discuss Norfolk, you can always kind of peg whether or not they're from the area or just kind of where they're from by how they say it. Like you got the people who say Norfolk, which is what the locals call it. It's Norfolk. You've
It's
got
the Louisville conundrum.
Indeed. You've got Norfolk. You've got all kinds of other things. You got Norfolk, which is weird.
It says they're from Boston.
It's the Nolans thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
See,
But
I
it is-
say Norfolk, I say Louisville, and I say
Oh my
Nolans.
God, you can't do that to me.
What,
Oh
Louisville?
my God, you can't do that to me.
I say Norfolk. Yeah.
No.
You can't
no
say
fuck?
Louisville to me. Jesus Christ.
I say Louisville.
It's wrong.
Oh, Parallax,
that
you have
hurt
just
me.
made a humongous mistake.
Oh,
by
fuck you.
acknowledging that.
You done
and letting
fucked
us
up.
All know.
Correct, Storm. Norfolk's given. Yeah,
You-
it
you
is.
have
it
let
is
us
Nolans.
all know that we can trigger you by saying Louisville.
I said Louisville.
Guys,
It's
it's still
Louisville.
wrong. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's fucking not.
I can see your hand shaking.
Listen, I have been putting up with Psyduck doing this to me for 3 fucking years.
Wait, hold on, wait. We have a cultural thing here, cultural moment here. Archon Eric in chat says also no one from New Orleans says Nolans unless they're drunk. That's the secret. If you're in Nolans, you need to be drunk.
Correct.
That seems fair.
How dumb do you need to be to say Nola?
I mean,
Not enough marbles in your mouth. Fair.
yeah,
Now,
yeah. No, it's Louisville because it's named for
in all
Louis.
in all practicality, just on New Orleans briefly. avoid the tourist traps. Go where the locals eat. The
So what
food
you're saying
is
is,
Oh,
top
hell yes.
don't
notch.
go to Bourbon
Hell
Street.
yes.
Huh?
Go find a local, ask where they eat, go there. It's fucking
They
worth
will
it.
probably lie to you so that you don't run.
Well, okay, find a local that you trust.
Find a local and then trail them for a few
I
days.
can
like you're
direct.
going to assassinate them.
I can go to
know a
Google
couple-
Maps, and I can zoom in on the best po' boy shop, in my opinion, in New Orleans.
You're
Without
not gonna tell
I can.
any of us.
I'll tell everybody. Go freaking go there.
Yeah,
Give him
dude,
business.
Let's see.
exactly. Give them the
Audubon
fucking business.
Aquarium, North on Peters. I'm doing this. I'm doing this live right now.
Fair.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Jackson
won't-
Square, hang a left. Why is it so dark? Oh, I have dark mode on. That's why I can't see anything.
Why is it so dark? Oh,
Shush.
mode.
Yes, we'll do it.
Archon says he'll judge you for this.
I don't care.
spooky.
And anyone can judge me for my favorite po' boy shop in New Orleans. I do not care.
I don't think
went-
that's what the judgment was for, but go ahead.
I went to a po' boy shop that was one of those small hole in the wall places recommended by a friend who grew up in the area. I could never find it again, but God, was it the best damn po' boy
Why
shop
do
I've
I
ever
feel
been
like
to.
this was an episode of How I Met Your Mother? It wasn't Po' Boys, but it was the best hamburger in New
How
York.
I Met Your Po' Boy.
How I Met Your Po' Boy. There you go, everybody.
There you go.
I'd watch that show. The problem is, I'm pretty sure that that's a Guy Fieri show, and
No
I
storm
know
song.
the name. It's Johnny's Po' Boys, but is it Johnny's Po' Boys?
No storm song. We're not
Yes,
talking
it's
about
Johnny's
finding
Po'
a
Boys.
local hot single Grimos. We're talking about hot single po' boys in your area.
that's right. They need you to sign up for their OnlyFans so that you can buy pictures of their feet.
But what
Johnny's
about
Po'
only
Boys,
Am?
511 St. Louis Street. I still got it. I zoom in on the Audubon Aquarium and
Ooh,
then
the Po'
follow
Boys.
North Peters up. Immediately hang a left onto St. Louis Street. Johnny's Po' Boys right there on the left.
Okay, okay. Eric says check pass, carry on with blessing. All right, you have passed the check.
Listen,
It says one Louisiana person to another Louisiana person. Apparently.
Listen.
They said their thing, and tomorrow they'll meet up and like they'll pet a few swamp puppies. It'll be fine.
listen, okay, so first of all,
Yeah.
and I've said this before, and I've said this repeatedly, and I mean this. I had a bayou in my backyard. Gators, baby gators are adorable.
Yeah, are. Oh
They're
my
they're the
God, yes.
cutest things in the entire they're the cutest scaly babies ever. They get about 2-3 feet. They start getting a little sassy and hissing at you. Like when they're babies, they chirp at you. They're cute. You pick them up, you pet their belly, you feed them a cricket, and you send them about their way.
They make sounds like a Buck Rogers ray gun when they're small, and it's fucking insane and adorable.
But they get about
They
2-3
do.
feet, and that's when they start getting delicious. But they also start getting sassy. So you got to pick them up by the tail and throw them back in the bayou. And when they get 4 or 5 feet, they start getting like an attitude with them, and that's with you. And that's when you got to remind them that we have thumbs, and we can pick up stick, and we can cast bonk until they give up and go back in the bayou. You can bonk a gator. You shouldn't if you're not familiar with their movements because they're good sprinters.
Yes.
But see,
As are crocodiles. You don't
I'm
want to
still
fuck with a crocodile.
I'm still
And-
gonna go back to. I'm pretty sure I've heard frickin' house party songs that sound that sounds come entirely from baby gators.
I think they've sampled gators, and they're like, "This,
Yep.
I can rock out to this."
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
But if you bonk a gator, they'll move. Now, when local dogs start disappearing, sometimes gator develop rapid onset lead poisoning. This does happen. But see,
Yes.
the real challenge with gators is they're delicious. The day Shiloh and I got married, we went and we had fried alligator parmesan at a place in central Louisiana called Tunk Cypress Inn on Kincaid Lake. And that is the best place I've ever gotten gator parmesan ever. It's a little
It's an
bougie for a
authentic
Cajun.
Italian
Dutch?
dish.
It's a little bougie for a Cajun place. I mean, it's still
Practically Creole,
like a
is what
little
you're saying.
restaurant. but it's not Creole. No,
I'm gonna bonk Fezbear in the head for getting that song stuck in my head.
Watcher of
Stop.
the Bells. This is not Florida Man Interaction. We're talking. Oh, Para, you motherfucker.
No,
But yeah,
this is
Watcher of the Bells.
Louisiana Man Interaction.
Yes,
Although,
exactly. Also, I love the fact that you're calling it Louisiana.
all right, so
The I being mostly not pronounced.
Kind of like
okay.
you would if you were talking about the largest city in the Commonwealth. Yeah, very
What you
similar.
mean? You mean
Well,
Louisville?
Fight you, Aiden. I will fight you.
You'll probably win, but I'll be laughing the whole time.
That is fair. He's got you there. No, so listen, when I moved from, I've lived in every corner of Louisiana, and there are a few things you need to know about the history of the state that I have been to every corner of, except Shreveport. I will deny that forever.
What's wrong with Shreveport?
Listen,
I almost had a job there once.
I'm asking out of curiosity more than anything.
because the rest of the state thinks of it as an annex of Texas, and we can't get Texas to take it because they don't want it either.
You know, that's kind of in line with what I was expecting. Carry on.
Yeah.
I Wookie, by the way.
That's kind of
Yeah,
like
okay.
how Pensacola and
See,
that part of Florida is more South
Eric-
Alabama, not Florida.
Archon Eric, if you're in the aux, you should probably like ping me, or we should like DM. We should talk.
See, I think we should. In the same vein, I want Lubbock and Midland, Odessa, and the eastern half of our state to make their own state, because it would be better than what's currently available.
As it turns out, the Constitution for the state of Texas includes provisions to break the state up into 5 states. Those 5 states would probably be North Texas, South Texas, East Texas, West Texas, and Austin.
So, Eric, just briefly, I work on the road, and I travel up to 300 miles a day for work, sometimes more. I go into Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi when I'm terribly unfortunate. Nothing against Mississippi, but they've never heard of seasoning hot sauce flavor, cooking, or God forbid, enjoying like things that you eat. So when we go, we have to smuggle Tabasco and Tony's with us.
Dux,
And
that's
it's a
the
thing.
reason why I am terrified of actually visiting you. Is I know my taste buds, and more importantly, my poor delicate asshole will not survive.
No.
No. Here. Look, I am white girl supreme. Like, I have developed the tolerance to capsaicin. He was a little bit of capsaicin. He was very, very kind to me.
Oh, a little bit of capsaicin.
Just a little bit. No, like, for a while, Big Jims were too hot for me.
The fuck is a Big Jim?
Like a Slim Jim, but big.
Big Jims are like, have you? Anyway, they're some of the most mild peppers ever.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but they were very kind to me. They made it guest heat, and I could eat it.
Ah, so Dux is good at doing a little bit of the mild capsaicin then.
Yes.
So we have different seasonings for when guests come over, so we don't set them on
so we don't die.
Yes, so we don't die.
Right.
And he got me addicted to boudin.
I would immediately I admittedly would appreciate not giving myself chemical burns on both the entrance and exit.
Yeah. No. So like when we boil crawfish, we do it in 2 batches. The first batch is mild, as mild as I can make it, and still have flavor. And then the second batch is for the brave. And even then, like my nose will be running, and Shiloh's over there like, can we make it hotter next time? Because y'all think my spice tolerance is hot.
Oh, we know.
Oh, if she is of Cajun roots, like deep Cajun roots, then
that's enough said alone.
She got it with mama milk. That's what she did.
Yeah, she's going to have been breastfed on capsaicin milk. Like,
yeah.
Okay, so like we were eating at like a little local Mexican place. They had reopened. They had some damage to the building. They reopened. And we walk in there, and they put 3 bottles of sauce in front of us, and then some dip bowls and a thing of chips. So we tasted a little bit of each of the sauces. Just put it on a chip, take a bite, like you're gonna do. And then there's this 1 bottle of this green sauce, and it tasted amazing. And so we just fill the bowl up, and we're just dipping our chips in it and eating the chips with
The
the
salsa
green
verde.
sauce. And
Say Wookie was. I used to think chili salsa was hot.
So my nose is starting to run a little bit. I'm like, it's got a little kick to it. And we didn't think anything of it. The waiter comes out and says, "Do y'all need any more water or anything?" He's looking at us funny. And then we're like, "No, we're good." So I'll bring you some more chips. I'm like, "Okay." And then a lady comes out of the back, which we later learned was the lady that actually makes the sauce. And she looks at us. She's like, "Are y'all okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." She says, "How can you eat that?" And she points at the sauce, and I held up a chip, and I said, "With a chip." And I just dipped it, got a big old mouthful, and I ate the sauce. She says, "It's not too hot?" And I'm like, at this point, my left eye was starting to water a little bit, and I pointed, I says, "I mean, my eye's watering, so it's got a kick to it." And she says, "The last person of your complexion that tried that turned red and couldn't breathe easily for like 20 minutes, and they were freaking out. And y'all are just okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she looked, and the bottle was empty. We'd had the whole bottle, and she brought us another bottle, and then we became kind of like a novelty, and they were just watching us just eat this sauce, and they were looking at me like my nose is running just a little bit, and my left eye watered up some. Meanwhile, Shyla, completely unfazed, she could have just been eating like diced up tomatoes, as far as you
Okay.
could tell.
So, Dux, I'm again gonna make the comment that Cajun mamas lactate capsaicin the same way that dwarven mothers lactate beer.
Mm-hmm.
I
Put
mean,
Or
that's fair
put
enough.
bluntly.
I fed my kids garlic that way.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Eric, if we have a conversation sidebar, I have 3 coffee shops that I frequent in different parts of the state. None of them are the super popular ones. Like none of them say Cafe du Mall. Um, I could give you those names on sidebar, because I have a slight caffeine addiction.
I saw somebody somewhere, it was probably on Instagram, make a comment very recently. I think it was a stand up comedian, that if you want to find the best coffee in any town, you need to get onto the Yelp or Google reviews or whatever happens to be appropriate and find the 3-star reviews that complain about the service. Because 1 star, those people are crazy. 1 and 2 star, actually, no, it was find the 2-star reviews. The 3-star people can't make up their mind. The 4-star people have nice things to say. The 5-star people are also just as crazy as the 1-star people, but in the opposite direction. You find the 2-star people that are complaining about the service because they want to give that review a 1 star, but the product was too good. If you are so mad that you want to give a place a 1-star review, but the food or coffee is too good to do it, that's where you want to do it. Because if that place is good enough to have bad service and stay open, they've got good product.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Our thing is, especially around here, and maybe this is just here in West Texas. The things and this may be true in the South too, is you look for a place that may or may not be paved properly and has a bunch of local pickup trucks at it.
Yep.
And there's a couple more things, but it just really screams local hangout. Sometimes they advertise for the local high school, sometimes or something coming up with the high school, stuff like that.
That's kind of like the matrix you use to define whether or not a place has good barbecue.
Yeah.
And that is, if you're driving down a road in the South and you see a barbecue restaurant and there is a picture of an anthropomorphic pig on the sign,
Yep.
you can determine how good the barbecue is based on how happy the pig is.
Yes, if the pig on the barbecue shop is just a pig, keep driving. If the pig is like standing up and waving at you, maybe worth stopping.
If the
If the
pig,
pig
is
is
wearing
standing
a
there
chef's hat and an apron, and it's the
in
happiest
front of the
fucking pig
grill,
that's ever existed.
you stop there.
Yes.
That is that's how that works.
By the way, this is a thing I recently found. I was at Hobby Lobby, and I wanted to get some more acrylic inks because I have two different kinds of acrylic inks where I have this Amsterdam stuff and then I have the Liquitex stuff. The Liquitex stuff does not airbrush very well. It's too thin. So I was looking for this. I need some white and some black. And then I found that they have metallics.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
This is great,
Ooh.
Also, Liquitex sounds very naughty.
doesn't it?
You got to
Well,
make it shine somehow.
Yeah.
Parallax, you have got me about
Hmm.
convinced that I need to snag a cheap or cheap-ish acceptable quality airbrush.
Ask me for a suggestion and I will give you a suggestion for what I feel like is a good airbrush that you can reliably get parts for, that does a good job, and that you can outfit in ways that will make it work over long term. Let me just go ahead and say it. As far as airbrushes go, you can pay $120 fucking dollars and buy an Iwata Eclipse, or you can pay like $60 or $80 and get a Badger 105 Patriot. And the Badger 105 Patriot performs about, and now I'm going to say this, and I need you to understand, this has been at least 2 hobby store employees have independently confirmed this to me. I don't want to mix Liquitex ink with airbrush medium because that will make it thinner, and that's the problem. The Liquitex is too thin already.
Also, Frankie Fingers 77. Welcome to WBPL 77. 77, 76.
77. We've
You
got a new
have
channel now.
yeah, it's one higher. It's one better. It's slightly
better.
faster
Slightly
or
better.
slower or dumber. Doesn't matter. Welcome to WBPL 76. You've made choices that have led you here. We don't know why you're here,
Quote
but it's
50.
okay.
We don't know why you're here, but we're glad you're.
So
Neither
my
am I.
2 different hobby store employees have said, when I was talking about an airbrush, what kind of airbrush do you have? And then I said, a Badger. They were both like, oh, thank God it's not an Iwata. Iwata gets a lot of play because it's sold a lot of places, but apparently it's hard to get parts for them, and they ride a lot on their name. Badger doesn't do that as much, and Badger doesn't do as much finishing on their work, but they make a damned reliable airbrush that is easy to disassemble and easy to clean and easy to use, and it is less expensive.
Well, yeah, dumb fuck like me can use them. Though you've heard of Badger, have you ever actually used a mushroom airbrush?
I have not.
Badger, and mushroom.
There you go.
I haven't. Yeah, there it was. Now, that said, there are obviously more expensive ones that you can go for. Like if you want to be like, I have a really, really fucking good airbrush, you could go with the Harder and Steenbecks. Suddenly you're into like the range of a $300 airbrush, and you're no longer talking about hobby painting.
I didn't, for some reason, that Badger mushroom thing makes me think of the llama song.
So you want to know the fun thing?
What's
I
the
have
fun
never
thing?
actually seen the Badger meme, and
Wait,
I have
what?
no idea what the llama song is.
How have you never
Dude.
seen?
Dude, the llama song.
Jeez, man.
I live under a rock, I swear. I know not the things. The things happen by osmosis into the tender brain meat because it kind of
Okay,
exists.
Discount Squick, calm down.
I am Discount Squick because I'm nowhere near as inventive or quick, but at the same time, you got me slightly sleep deprived and on the back end of an adrenaline crash. So I'm
Well, you know
slightly
what?
woo.
You know
Yes,
what? We're
llama,
coming up on
llama
the
duck, yeah.
we're coming up on the end of the stream. We could always give you another adrenaline rush.
Oh God, you're a monster.
I'll do that when we close.
You're a horrible, horrible man.
Storm Psalm's asking,
God.
what is my opinion on speakers? Which speakers? For what purpose? Give me a use case.
Hey, Mad Ducks, how do you feel about Sennheiser?
The headphones?
Yeah.
Or the microphones?
Yes, the microphones.
Both
We'll go with
quite-
the microphones. You have stronger opinions on microphones.
The Bose speakers for
Oh,
listening.
oh.
Storm Song went straight for
That
the
was
worst
the wrong
possible
decision,
example.
Storm Song. That was the wrong thing to ask.
They make great headphones. Their speakers are crap. I've said it. With the exception of the Pro 16 line arrays, those aren't so bad.
Okay, their small portable speakers are great though when you are
You just need
going
something battery powdered to
Battery
go.
battery powder.
Yes.
Yeah, Storm Song knew what he was doing.
Just
Bose headphones are BizMonkey. I got paid using my Sony V6 headphones for about 12 years before they finally died. I put thousands of hours on those headphones. But no, Sennheiser microphones are actually quite good. They make a handful of microphones that they make the best version of that mic. As a matter of fact, they make a shotgun mic that I wish I could afford one to throw at Dr. Chef for his cooking stream, because it would just zero in on him where he's standing in his kitchen. Storm Song, I would expect, since he works in the studio more than I do, whereas I'm more live sound, he might be able to say the model number. Storm Song, looking at you. It's model number. Sennheiser shotgun mic. Come on. Sennheiser shotgun mic.
Now,
Put you on the spot.
while he's rambling about this, I will also say that on the budget end of things, I have a headset and a microphone and a sound interface that this audio engineer I know suggested. So
Some weirdo.
some weirdo that may or may not be on the show. And it's a PreSonus interface, and then it's an Audio Technica microphone and head.
You have a PreSonus
earphones.
Studio 26C and an Audio Technica AT 2020. And frankly, many albums were recorded on that interface with that microphone because that's what works.
Because it
It's
is
the best in
solidly
its
good
category.
enough.
Yeah, it punches above its weight. Its price range, like at its price range, nothing else works as well as it does. It's a very solidly decent enough mic to do the job.
you people and your fancy microphones and sound-a-gubbits and thingamabobs.
Listen, I didn't have fancy shit like this until I started streaming, and then I envied the sound quality that Mad Ducks and Squid got, so I started asking questions and then started spending money.
Hello and welcome to
that's
Do
very
Not Press the
reasonable.
Game, the button
Yeah, it
demo.
is.
Do not press
Do
the
not
game.
press the game. The
It is an
button demo.
MK600. That's it. That's what I was talking about. We need to get, like Storm Song, I don't know if you agree with me, but I think one of those might help Doc. But we'd also need to get him like an interface that's robust enough, has a high enough floor to kind of.
Well, my
give that
question
the
is,
beans.
if you give Who's Cooking a strong enough microphone to really zero in on him and isolate him from the room sound, won't the world explode when he laughs?
I've never made him laugh or cackle or break up. I've never caused psychological damage to him live on stream.
course not.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Cookie got quiet, guys. I'm not sure she's here anymore.
Cookie dead.
Cookie's gone, everybody. She's
Cookie's
not.
here.
Oh,
Cookie's
Cookie's here. Cookie's here,
She-
everybody.
No, she's not. That's a figment of your imagination. You're
It's
remembering her
AI
fondly.
Cookie, everybody. It's
She
Cookie
was.
Chan.
There were too many chocolate chips. Cookie was eaten, consumed. Cookie Monster came, and now you just hear her, the memory of her voice in your head, in
Yep,
your brain.
now we all have Cookie Chan.
Cookie Chan.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, I had to. Somebody called me. I got a spam call today, and for the first time, heard the song. I was like,
Jesus Christ.
yes.
Wrestling
Yeah.
star, that's who you are.
Oh
so
my
happy.
god.
I was so happy.
I'm sitting here groaning, but he's at least partially
Look.
responsible for this.
I am, and I'm groaning because I had to put that video together, and that was like several hours of listening to that on fucking
Da, da,
repeat,
da,
and it
da,
will
da,
never
da, da.
leave.
Frankie wants to know what you're holding your wet palette paper down with. What is it?
They are copper washers, and actually, if I move the parchment paper, I have a couple more under the sponge. That is to keep bacteria growth down. The water that's actually in this is a recent development, has a drop of dish soap per this large a bottle of water. So I'm really trying to keep bacteria down in it. Also, the
Good choice.
sponge that Game Envy ships with this actually has nylon on the bottom of it, so it's even less hospitable to bacteria. So I'm really trying to keep this from getting gross.
Good stuff.
Good. I love it.
Yeah, no, that's reasonable.
So
Okay.
copper, dish soap, and nylon. Sounds like a plan.
That
I mean,
sounds like a.
I'm waiting on Aiden to say it's kinky somehow.
Oh no, I'm trying to wrap my head around how you're gonna have copper nylons and okay, the dish soap is what's actually no, it's the copper that's throwing me for a loop because I was like, this sounds like a saucy strumpet in a detective noir film, but dish soap.
She's
Lube.
wearing the yellow gloves because she just finished washing her dishes,
Guys,
okay?
Grimos
Fair
has a serious question. We're at the close of the show. I'm going to take a serious question.
No, it's not a serious question. It's a series of questions.
Series of questions. Okay. And William Desir is saying that they picked up one of these wet palettes and going to try it. They're pretty great. They come with 2 sponges. You really only need one at a time. If I'm going to give you any advice about it, they come with a little plug that you can put in here to control how much air flows through it when you have it closed. There's a rubber gasket in here to kind of seal it. Just take it off. Because
Even for me,
if you leave
I'd
it on,
take the rubber
then
plug.
there's going to be too much water that comes up through the parchment paper. It's going to cause your
I had
your
that
paint to
problem last
separate.
night.
Yeah.
um,
So one thing, if you're going to come back to this and use it later, just kind of set the lid on it. You don't need
would
to
you
seal
say
it.
that? Would you say that even I don't need to seal it out here?
Probably, because there's an awful lot of water in here.
Okay.
I love how you
Sure.
just made his brain stop for a moment.
I had to
He
think
knows.
about
He's
it.
been out here.
He's
been out here. He
I
knows.
have spent
Oh.
entirely too much time in the high desert.
William.
Grimos, 1, 2, or 3?
3.
I'm going to go with. Is 1
You're
prime?
going. Oh, you're going with.
We haven't done Zarbon all night. I'm
I heard
actually.
a tiny bit of Zarbon from Aiden earlier, but it was
It was still very late in the.
We will go with 3. I'm going to agree with Aiden on this.
Para.
We're going to go with the first real prime number. I mean, 2
Question
is
for
prime,
Will.
1 is arguable. What?
Question for Will: should I bring just several pounds of andouille to the meetup and just cook it in a skillet for people to
Yeah.
gorge
Yeah.
upon?
I will eat your.
Okay, Grimos, question 2.
Please
Okay.
finish that
I will eat.
statement,
I will.
Cookie.
I will.
Oh,
Okay, so we
I
got
like the
Shub
udon
Nikarov.
and the.
Cookie's going to eat ducks, guys. It's going to be an interesting thing.
I like the. He brought food last year. I like it. I liked it.
See, I'm being asked heads or tails. Let me see if I can come up with a fair way to do this. I'll be right back.
Can you use polyhedrous to decide? He of many sides, blessed be his random ways.
You could odds and evens, or 1 to 10, 11 to 20, or whatever. Yeah, gumbo was good, and yeah, there may be
Heads or
lots
tails?
of difference.
Heads or tails? Heads, Merrick Eagle. Tails, Orion. Here we go.
tails.
Eagle or Mac.
Calling the onion.
Tails.
I'm calling tails.
We got tails.
Tails.
Because the Merrick Eagle is always on the down.
But the Orion was tails.
Yes, but the Merrick Eagle is always on its way down. Because it's Merrick, and they can't fucking do anything to save their lives.
I would argue that's not true, but it doesn't matter. Okay,
What do you remind me? Whose successor state was co-opted by the Blakist?
Parallax, Grimos is trying very hard to get you to pick a number 1, 2, or 3.
I'm going to
Just
say
pick a
2
number.
this time.
He says 2.
Okay, we'll go with 2.
My answer to your question about the Blakist would then be some of them, yes. But I would also argue that I think the Capellans were a little bit on board with that, just not quite as much.
They weren't completely fucking co-op.
Well, neither was the Free Worlds League, because they split over it. Amphibious Shub Niggurath with a tail. This is weird. What in the fuck are you doing, Grimos?
That is a alarming series of statements.
Don't worry about it. It's
Oh,
fine.
I'm worried
Listen,
now.
no. I don't feel like it's madness. Therefore, it's normal enough.
No, it's not madness.
No, that's
Sparta.
you saying that is madness.
Right. And it's not.
No, Grimos is not high or drunk. Grimos is like rolling up a game of Arkham Horror right now.
That's a game I have not played in a hot minute.
The real
Oh.
Thomas Merrick, the one that didn't lead the Free Worlds League, yeah, sure. He the one that has no lineage to the current Free Worlds League. Grimos, current Halloween project will be a Cold War mechanized amphibious unit of Warsaw Pact that is in reality a cult of Shub-Niggurath. I'm sold. That's great.
Fair enough.
Are they going to be Polish?
He said they're Polish. Oh, no, he said they're Warsaw Pact. They could be Polish. I'm sorry.
Aiden, you might appreciate this. I was left unsupervised, and I made up a character sheet and slipped it into somebody's files for Kermit Killfrog.
That makes sense. Okay.
Kermit the Frog, as imagined, is a warlock. Very evil.
Who's his patron? Oh, I know who his patron is.
Who?
His patron is
Gilbert
the
Gottfried.
standard rich and famous contract he signed at the beginning of the 1980 movie.
Okay.
81 or 82.
I'm liking Gilbert Gottfried as
what about a pig god? Is there a pig god?
Gilbert Gottfried, arguably orcs, but that depends on how you
Gilbert
decide
Gottfried
to pick
as like
he was not on the Muppet
archdemon.
Show. You have to if you're going to
Gilbert
go
Gottfried as an archdemon is pretty funny.
Yes, but if we're going to do that, if we're going to say that a celebrity is a warlock patron for Kermit the Frog, we need it to be someone that was associated with the Muppets. Therefore, it is a fey, archfey, Dom DeLuise.
Oh, dude.
Okay, I don't disagree, but I still like evil.
So like Ergo then, gotcha.
Yeah.
Actually, hang on.
You found a Cthulhu Dagon cult one time and you're known as Tentacle Guy or the Fish Fucker.
Gilbert Gottfried is listed as being in 4 Muppet-related appearances, both
Yes,
on
but-
Muppets Tonight and on Sesame Street.
Okay,
So-
but Sesame Street is separate.
Sesame
but
Street.
still.
Everybody showed up on Sesame Street. Sir Patrick Stewart showed up on Sesame Street.
This is true, but the reason I brought it up is I remember as a kid seeing Gilbert Gottfried on the goddamn Muppets Tonight.
On
so-
Muppets Tonight, yes. The
Not
show that
Joe
got
Tonight.
1 season. It really should have gotten more.
It's a great show.
I like that show.
Stormsog
It
says
was
never trust
episode-
Mad Dog's definition.
But here's my
was,
thing. That's a
Mad Dog.
post Jim Henson Muppet production.
It was still the Muppets, and it was still fun.
I'm not going to argue it wasn't fun because Prince did an episode of Muppets Tonight where he sang about
Yes.
pancakes.
Yes. Also a good episode.
By the way, speaking of Sir Patrick Stewart on Sesame Street, I play the
A
bee or not a bee.
or not a
Exactly.
bee. Guys, we are 6 minutes past the hour. We need to go ahead and be looking at closing up. But I promised I'd do this again.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Yes.
Show it.
There are
Show it.
70 people here. I would
Why
assume
would you
that
do
not all
this?
of you have been here for the whole show.
Why
Therefore,
would you do this?
We love you, folks. Have a wonderful night.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out what that voice was. I know you're going for Kermit, but it was tickling my mind on something else. I can't place it.
Mr. Brushface
seem to
does a
do
great Kermit the Frog, by the way.
I seem to do a weird mishmash of Kermit and Marvin the Martian.
Oh,
It's all good.
Just creepy.
Marvin the Martian. That'd be it. That'd be it. So, folks,
Where's
we're
the
going to go.
kaboom?
The Earth. There was supposed to be an Earth-shattering.
Shattering kaboom.
Yes.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
I
hey,
thought I
we're
did
we're
that.
getting some contributions here to the Goob Drive, guys. If you haven't
Oh, yes.
contributed to the Goob Drive, I'm
This
going
is
to
your last
once
chance
again.
tonight.
This is your last chance for tonight. Tomorrow you can start contributing again. 2,000 goob per stream. Guys, Lady Red is amazing. She makes amazing art. And if we get to 7 million, there will be more WBPL 76 art. So I strongly recommend. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We're
Well,
seeing
I-
more
I want to
contributions.
Please
I want
donate
to
to the
argue,
Goob Drive.
actually,
We are being reckless.
What do you want to argue
your-
about?
Your strategy for dealing with goobflation. Everything on black, folly. Clearly, the
my
correct
wife
answer is everything
pointed
on
out
red.
to me before. Well, after it was
should
too
be.
late that everything should have been on red, and I'm still
Correct.
Because it
kicking
is.
myself.
It
over
is
that.
all on red. It is all on red. Yep.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Hey,
Wah.
man.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bump. Terror. Well, howdy there, folks. It's me, Apocalypse Jim, Hell's Ranch Hand, King of the Infernal Frontier. I'd like to welcome y'all to Spoopy Season. That's right, it's October, and we're gonna get plumb spoopy up in here.